It's been long since we had a win, so I will celebrate that one. 3 points at Old Trafford, though we had a red card, but these players really managed to hold on well until the last minute. I thought with the red card we could have lost this game. I knew because if we are 11 players on the pitch, it's always difficult for us to win. Imagine if we were 10. Sounds like they did a great job holding on with 10 men until the 90 plus in 5 minutes, and we grabbed that win. It's been a long time since we had a win. So 3 points at Old Trafford, it's something I would say it's good. So back to Andre Onana. Is this the keeper that we replaced a showstopper with David De Gea last season? Andre Onana has been costing us much. To me, I'll just say Andre Nana just need to go. Andre Nana should go. To me, needs to go this time. Even though we don't have the budget of a goalkeeper, but they should still find a way for us to get a goalkeeper, to get a goalkeeper, because the way we're moving with the Andre Nana, it's going to cost us. It is going to cost us that much. This season it started so well. I think at least after is it how many game 12 13 games, he had some six clean sheet. I was like, Onana is back. He has improved. He's not making the mistake that he was making last season. We saw last season he costed us the Champions League as proceeding the round of 16. This one started so well. I was like, Onana is back, but I didn't know that Onana's mistake was just on hold for a minute. His mistake was yet to continue, and we saw it today against Ipswich. That first goal, though it was a miscommunication between Dorgu and Andre Onana, but I think I'll put that mistake to Andre Onana first before I go to Patrick Dorgu, because that with that ball coming in, Andre Onana should have stayed to his post, because look at the way Dorgu was shielding was shielding Jaden, the Ipswich player, and he went ahead and made the head. The ball went in front of him, and Andre Onana was in front of him. Andre Onana came so early in front of him, and mistakenly he touched the ball. It went in front, and Jaden took that ball and he scored. Jaden, and you want to tell me that's tactical? That's because of the formation. It's on to the player. Andre Onana really costed that one. Look at the second goal also. That second goal, that cross from Jaden, that was a cross that Andre Onana was going for it, because it was the lap in front of it. He didn't touch it, so Andre Onana could have just gone and either saved that ball. If it was hard for him, he could have just punched it. But with Andre Onana just watching the ball going in easily, comfortably, and you want to tell me this is the best, this is a keeper that we said was best, we replaced the gear with a total crap of a goalkeeper, a disaster of a goalkeeper. I think Gondon so the only thing that is putting him still being the Premier League, because Alte is injured. We saw Alte starting the FA Cup where he put Onana on the bench. We saw him starting the Europa League where he kept him on the bench, and I expect to see much of him in the Premier League. It's unfortunate that he's not available. But if he'll be back, I'll want for him to start most of the Premier League game, because Andre Onana is just finished, and it's just 28. The year 28 was just incredible for Manchester United. 28, the year old, he was just fantastic for us. He was just making for us some great save. It was just good for us. But Andre Onana, to me, there's no goalkeeper in this player. His flexes are just down. He's not even active in the game. It's like he's not even concentrating in the game. He needs to concentrate the game, but his mind is somewhere else. I don't know where, but where, because I expect his mind to be on the game and understand that this game. Again, I'll say the Patrick Dorgu red card. I'll say it was the VR decision, because we saw the referee wanted to give him a yellow card, and I think the VR recommended an on-field review of that situation, and I think the Premier League the Premier League made a statement saying that I think it was a foul play, serious foul play. I think they said something like that. I don't know if I can remember. Serious foul play. And I think the VR overturned the decision of the referee on the field, and Dorgu was taken off. And Dorgu, we saw he was our best player so far in the first half before he was sent off. He making those runs, saw him making those crosses, and I saw unfortunate that he won't be available for us. I think the next game we'll be playing Fulham, the FA Cup. He won't be available. I think the game against Arsenal and also the game against City in the Premier League. So he'll miss the two Premier League games and also the FA Cup game, which is against Fulham on Sunday. So Dorgu is expected to be back. I think the game against Real Sociedad, he'll be available. That's in the Europa League, but in the Premier League, he'll be back on the 1st of April. I think that will be against Forest away. So I think Aderugo will be missed much. I will miss him so much because I know he has been good so far. The games that he has started for us, I think 3 games have started for us in that left wing back has just been fantastic. Despite that error that he made in the first half, I think that's because Onana didn't communicate so well, and I will say that I'll put that one on Andre Onana. So I think I will remain with the lot for the next, I think, 3 games. For the next, I think, 3 games, apart from the Europa League game, I will see the sheet of the lot. The lot hasn't performing so well both in the right side and the left side. So I'll be I'll be comfortable with that. I don't have any choice. There's no option because he's the one who will be available. So he'll be playing the left wing back, and Mazrui will be playing in the right wing back. And I'll say about the goals that we scored today, the defenders kind of saved us. So I'll start with Andre. I'll start with Bruno Fernandes. We saw his 2 set pieces made us come back in this game. I think the own goal that he made that set piece, but the own goal by the Ipswich player, which brought us to the game 1-1. So another set piece from him where Maguire kind of scored. So I'll say Bruno Fernandes today, in terms of those set pieces, he was kind of good despite some situation where he was losing the ball. But I'll say today he was kind of good to me. Those set pieces, I was really happy with the way he was making those set pieces, and also that corner that Maguire ended up scoring for us and taking us to the lead. And also the lead scoring for us. I'll say today the defenders kind of helped us. Apart from only scoring, but in terms of defending, they're not. I'll say they aren't that good today. But scoring the goals, they kind of did a great job. The lead and Maguire. And also, I think us scoring that third goal in the beginning of the second half, early in the second half, was something good for us. I think it's something that also went and boosted our morale. So when the first half was almost ending and we were 2-2 and we were 1 man down, I think the morale was not. Consider the morale was kind of down. And, it made Ipswich equalize. And after scoring that early goal in the first half with Maguire taking scoring for us, making us take the lead, I think it was something that also boosted the morale of these players, and you saw the way they played, and they went and hold on until the last minute. Though in the second half we didn't create most chances. So in the second half, shot on target I think was one, and also the total shots I think they were kind of many in the first half. So the way we performed against Everton, we were so horrible the game against Everton. But in the first half against Ipswich, we were kind of good. Shots on target were 5, unlike the Everton game where we only made 0 shots on target. So also in the first half, they kind of played so well. I think after that own goal, I think it's where the morale came, and they kind of picked up, but they were still not that good. I'll say they can improve from the game against Everton, but still they're not that good. Still in the 15th, I think we're now in the 14th position, looking at a team like Everton and Tottenham Hotspur's drop points. Everton drawing in the Brentford, and Tottenham being defeated by Manchester City. I think that's a situation where you need to capitalize on such opportunities, and I see they've capitalized so well. But now see we're in the 14th point with 33 points, and we are level with Tottenham Hotspurs, but Tottenham also are ahead of us because of the goal difference. I think we're now ahead of Everton, I think, with 1 point. And also, I think that's it. You can now see we are 16 points below the relegation zone. I think that's where we need to be. We need to increase that gap from where we are in the relegation zone. I think we only need, like, in the next 3 games, which will be much difficult. That's against Arsenal and against Leicester and against Nottingham Forest, need to turn things around. At least if you win those games, I think the only position that we can stand and be much higher, I think, is the 11th position, because in the 10th position, we can't stand a chance because I think it's Aston Villa with 42 points. See the way we are 33 points. So I think they just need to capitalize on such opportunities and win more games, at least to improve their point. Though we are still half of the table, which is not so kind of good. and my season might end or you're still there, but at least we need to be there with at least a good something good points, not just be there with losing points. So I think overall position, overall performance, these players still need to keep improving. You can still see they're still not running on the pitch. You can see the need they're still not utilizing most of their chances, and we saw Rasmus Hoylander. Rasmus Hoylander was not utilizing most of his chances. We saw there's a chance where Euro gave it to him and he just let it go. It passed him. It was like, what is Hoyland doing? I think Hoyland so far hasn't been that good. I expect to see Chido Martin starting this game all coming the second half, but it's so unfortunate. Think because of the red card that Ruben Amorim didn't want him to come in, but I think Rasmus Hoylander is becoming a worry. You can see has now gone, I think, 16 games without scoring a goal, 16 games without scoring any goal. So Rasmus Hoyland, in the next game against Fulham, all want GW Martin to step up and start for us. With the Rasmus Hoyland, I'm seeing still he can't do much for us. Just roaming around, running around, getting yellow card, but it's not that doing much for us. So I think that's a concern at the moment. So I think these players, the way I said, they need just to keep improving. And we've seen the formation is not the problem, the tactics is not it's not the problem. You can see the way the mistake that Anana is making, you can't put that on the coach. As not making those crosses, you can't put it on the coach. You can't put it because of the formation. So I think the ones to be blamed are these players. They just need to turn up, and they kind of they turn up. And it's so unfortunate that we played a team that's not that much decent, Ipswich, and with that red card, if you could have found a better team than us, I think could have been something different. But it's just it. We won it 3-2 after a draw, after some two lows, and bouncing back also is something good. And they need us to keep going like that until the season. And I think they'll kind of see building the momentum going for the game against the Fulham in the FA Cup round, the fifth round. So winning that game will take the winning that game, they will qualify for the quarter final. So I think winning this game also it has boosted the momentum going forward the game against Fulham in the FA Cup. So I think that's it. That's all I had for you. Thank you for watching. Talk to you in the next one.